Before we start, let me extend a warm welcome to the CSMC channel for all the creative minds out there.
Hello creative minds, welcome back to Pendulum Animation tutorial part 2. If you have not watched part 1 yet, I strongly recommend go back and watch that tutorial where you can understand what is follow through and technicalities of Pendulum Animation. In this tutorial, we will create an abstract form with help of Pendulum Animation. So, watch this tutorial till end for a useful tip which will help you in your career.
Hello creative minds, welcome back. So, in the last tutorial, we made this pendulum animation and also learned and worked on the follow-through action as to how to add and animate the second pendulum using classic tween. And as discussed in the last video, we will create an interesting pattern animation using this animation we have made. And if you have not watched the last tutorial, go and watch that first and learn and understand the concepts discussed in that video. Now let's start with this tutorial. Press Ctrl N to create a new file so that we have clarity. Go back into the pendulum animation file and copy and paste the symbol in the new file. Now as discussed, we will be creating a pattern out of this. First make the symbol small so there is more room on the stage. Now let's bring it a little down and align it to the center of the stage. So it is taking into consideration the pendulum along with the slab. So let us move it down a little. Now let's double click and go inside and make the slab layer guide by right clicking on the layer and choosing the guide option because we don't need it anymore. Now this is our main symbol and inside it is our master animation. Here again we are going to make this another symbol. Before that, let us take 60 frames on our timeline. Again press F8 to convert to symbol and make the type graphic and name it master pattern. We will also change its pivot point to center so it will be easier to animate. First thing is to take 60 frames so the number of frames will be same everywhere. Now here in part 1 the angle we set for this pendulum was 40. So select the pendulum and press Ctrl C and then press Ctrl Shift V, press Ctrl Shift S and change the scale value to 100 and rotation to 40. Likewise, we will do the same until we make a full circle. The reason behind putting the same values every time is to get equal spacing between all the pendulums. Now our pattern is evenly ready. Now let's come outside and fix this alignment issue. To fix it, we will go into the Align tab and click on the second option out of the three. Now it is in center. Let's play and see the magic. Now this is what we have got. We are doing something different out of this animation by thinking out of the box. This is the beautiful pattern that we have created. Now more thing that I want to share with you is that you can create this kind of animation in After Effects too if that is your preferred software. Only thing is the tools will be different, but the logic will be the same. Let's come back to our file. Let's try and make it a little more interesting. Now this is our main symbol master pattern. So first let us copy and paste it in place. In the scale and rotation window, increase its scale and keep the rotation 0. Now this is what it looks like and we will flip it. Now select the below layer and flip it horizontally. Now here let us talk about symbols in the library over here. On the screen we see multiple objects, but as for the software, it only recognizes 4 objects. Now what I want to do is remove the string of the smaller pendulums, and I also want to duplicate this. So let's go inside the symbols until you only have the ball and the string as objects. Now select the string and delete it, but as you can see the string is deleted from the small one and the large one too. The reason behind is that Animate CC doesn't know that we have duplicated the symbol, as it only considers these 4 objects. Hence, Animate CC needs a unique name every single time, as it doesn't allow the same named symbols. Now let us press Ctrl Z and undo it. Now first we have to duplicate the master pattern. First right click on it and choose the duplicate option. Now right click while the master pattern copy is selected and select the swap symbol option. And after this window pops up, select the master pattern, copy and hit OK. The benefits of swap symbol is it doesn't affect your animation. Don't worry if you don't get it right now. We will make detailed video about. Now let's go inside the master pattern copy symbol. Press Ctrl A to select all. Select the main from the library panel in which we have our main animation. Now duplicate that as well by right clicking. Now right click and swap symbol with main copy. Let us go inside the symbol and delete the slab layer. Now let us conduct a technical check whether it is replaced everywhere. Take a new layer and draw a circle. As you can see, there are no changes outside the symbol, so it indicates that we are on the right track. Hit undo. So lock the main layer, we have to remove the string from the follow-through pendulum. Now as we have duplicated the second pendulum, so we'll select the first one and swap it with the second pendulum copy. Next go into properties and you can see that this is replaced. Now we move your playhead to the next keyframe, and as you see, it is not replaced here. One thing you can do is go to every keyframe and make the changes. Now to save time here, Animate CC provides a very good feature, which is edit multiple frames and turn that on. If you don't see this feature on your timeline, go to Windows and click on the Essential Workspace option. After switching on the Edit Multiple Frames option, we will select all the frames that we have to edit. Press Ctrl A to select everything. Now right click on your screen and select the swap symbol option and replace it with the second P copy. Everywhere that you have selected will be replaced. Make sure to select all the frames that you want to make changes to, or else it won't work properly. Now, if you go to every keyframe and check, you will observe that the changes have been done. There is one more technique which we can use to make these changes. As you can see, this white lines between keyframes. What this indicates is that the symbols are not synced with each other, because of which the changes did not apply to every keyframe. As you can see, the last keyframe does not have classical tween, which the condition for symbols to sync properly, so create classic tween there as well. Now select all the keyframes and click on the sync symbol option. And now the white gaps are removed, which indicates that all the symbols have been synced properly. Now, if you check for every keyframe, the sync symbol option is on. Now the object which is on the first frame. All the other things will follow it, no matter what changes we make on it. And these are the two techniques you can use to make changes on multiple keyframes at once. First is edit multiple keyframes and the second is sync symbol. Now go inside the symbol and delete the string. Now it will not affect the other symbol. As we have created a copy, Animate CC knows that now these two are different individual symbols. Now this is what we have. Now, as mentioned earlier, I want another circle here, so what we will do is add another layer. Select the below layer and copy and paste it to the above layer. Now lock all the layers except the new layer. Again, turn on the Edit Multiple Layers option. Make sure all the layers are covered and press Ctrl A and press Ctrl Alt S and reduce the scale to 80. Let us see what we have got here. Now come outside the symbol and let us see the whole animation. Now this can be more interesting. You can make many combinations using this method. Now let's give a tint to the smaller pendulum so it is little different. See and follow along. Now copy the below animation and paste it in place and increase its scale. The point of creating this pattern animation is that you can do a lot of interesting things with this simple animation. Be creative. You can also change colors here and do a lot more. As I said, your creativity is your only limitation, as you can do endless creative animations like this one.
I'm sure this pattern animation is very interesting for you. Also, I'm assuming that you learned different ways and techniques to handle symbol. Now here is a time for tip for the day. Whenever you learn something new and get little comfort on that particular tool, try to think different. Try to think little out of box. Tools will remain same. For everyone, tools are same. But it's your responsibility how you use that tool innovatively or in different way. So you can create a magic that is the requirement of the market. So all the best, have a creative career. In advanced playlist, you will get lot of character animation and drawing related stuff which will definitely help you in your learnings as well as in your career. Along with that, on our website there is lot of interesting stuff which will add value in your knowledge.